One of the highest potentials from any character in Dragon Ball comes from Son Gohan, the first half Saiyan and child of Goku. Recently, we've seen his potential unleashed in the form of Gohan Beast, now rivaling the likes of Goku and Vegeta who've trained endlessly to achieve their powers. However, Gohan's potential is still second to another. Broly is arguably the character with the most potential, growing immensely while he fights. So today I answered the question, what if Gohan had Broly's potential? Of course, this story starts in the time skip between Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. Goku has defeated Piccolo at the 23rd Tenkaichi Budokai and gone off with Chi-Chi to get married. This is when they have Gohan, and as was with Broly, Gohan is born with an immense power level at birth, far surpassing even the likes of Goku. This would lead to a different reality for Gohan's childhood. If he doesn't know how to control his power, how to suppress himself in situations, he could accidentally do some real harm. So while studying is still a huge factor in his life, with the burden of this new power, Goku has to train Gohan. And this training is not too dissimilar to all the past training Goku had done. Let's not forget that Gohan is barely 5 at the start of Dragon Ball Z, so his training wouldn't actually start until around the time he's 4, which is still very early. But all the training I really see Goku putting him through is basic ki control, like what he learned under Karin and Popo. I could also see him teaching Gohan simple martial artist tricks, but nothing too crazy considering how young he would be. Kami would also have stepped in and removed Gohan's tail, because in the original series he was afraid of Goku using Great Ape with a mere power level of 280. Imagine what Gohan could do with power levels in the thousands. If he lost control, nothing could stop him. So Kami would permanently remove Gohan's tail, much like he had done to Goku before. Eventually the reunion between the Z Fighters would happen, and everything goes about the same until Raditz arrives. With Goku having trained with Gohan, light spars here and there, I could see him being slightly stronger, but not powerful enough to stop Raditz. Gohan, however, is. When Raditz knocks Goku to the ground and reaches to grab Gohan, the Saiyan's energy explodes and he headbutts Raditz in the face, knocking him to the ground. Raditz gets up, ready to attack, having been caught off guard, but Gohan is actually able to fight him. Not only fight him, but best him. Raditz is going for killing blows because he's about to be killed himself, but Gohan is just way too powerful, and with one blast, he's able to take him out, passing out right after. When Gohan wakes up, he doesn't really remember what happened, but everyone else saw it go down, especially Goku. He realizes that he has to ramp up Gohan's training because that was not control. At the same time, the scouter attached to Raditz's face starts beeping as two voices start to speak. Vegeta and Nappa heard everything go down as well, and they're coming to see this half-breed Saiyan for themselves. Goku tells them that if they come to Earth, they'll meet their fate, but Vegeta laughs it off and shuts off the scouter. This leads to the Z Fighters as well as Goku and Gohan training on Kami's lookout. For the most part, Goku spends his time training Gohan, but he finds that this training is not nearly as beneficial for himself. So he leaves Gohan to Kami and flies away to train with Piccolo. Piccolo is the only person that can rival him, that he can actually fight all out with, and even though Piccolo hasn't been softened up by Gohan, the world is at stake, and Goku explains to him that he won't be able to conquer a world that's already destroyed, and even if they win, Piccolo won't stand a chance against him, so he might as well indulge the training. As for training with Gohan, Goku knows that he would lose control, and that could be dangerous for the planet, so it's something Kami's best suited to handle. With Goku not spending 6 months traveling Snake Way, that gives him a whole year to train with Piccolo. On the other hand, Gohan is learning to control his power under Kami, but also growing at an immense rate, surpassing everybody else, including Goku and Piccolo. Eventually the Saiyans would arrive, and everyone would go to the wasteland as planned. I could see Goku having a base of 10,000, considering the training would be year-round, and he's not spending any time training for the Kaioken and Spirit Bomb. Piccolo would be at 8,000 because he's been training with Goku all this time and didn't spend any time babying Gohan like in the original. The others all have the same power levels with the exception of Gohan, who would be rivaling Vegeta's power level at this point. Goku and the Z Fighters face off against the Saiyans, with Nappa planting Cybermen to test the group. With Goku present, he would kill them all pretty quickly, and this leads to Yamcha staying alive for now. Nappa's unleashed on the Z Fighters, with Piccolo joining them to fight him while Goku takes on Vegeta. Gohan's present, but for now he's too nervous to jump in. Piccolo and the others are making light of Nappa simply because of how strong Piccolo is, so that fight is handled pretty quickly, but Vegeta is manhandling Goku. Goku has no chance even with a base of 10,000 because Vegeta has an initial power level of 18,000. As Gohan sees Goku get beat up, he gets enraged and rushes in to fight Vegeta, landing multiple blows on him and blasting him away. Vegeta's shocked to see that the kid is putting up a better fight than Goku was, and he quickly powers up, rivaling Gohan as the two start to clash. Sadly, Goku realizes that he can't do anything in this and has to to let Gohan take Vegeta on. As Gohan fights, his power increases, and Vegeta can't do anything to combat that, so he just starts to lose. That's when he flies up and fires a Gallic gun, which is countered by a Kamehameha from Gohan. Goku also decides to help out, firing his own as the two overtake Vegeta's blast collectively. They think that they've won, but Vegeta falls from the sky, landing down and firing a power ball leading to his Grade 8 form. Far surpassing everybody else, now it's an all-out war. All the Z fighters, including Piccolo, attempt their best to fight Vegeta, but he's just far too powerful. Gohan is unable to close this gap in power without a power-up of his own, so Vegeta has his way, killing them one by one. First, he takes out Yamcha. Chaozu tries to stop him by sacrificing himself, but it doesn't do any damage to Vegeta. Tien uses his strongest attack, but it's ineffective and he dies of exhaustion like he did originally. Piccolo blows off one of Vegeta's eyes in a desperate attempt, but he too falls in the battle. Gohan is frozen. He just witnessed almost everybody he trained with in the last year die in minutes. His power starts to erupt as his eyes turn yellow and his hair spikes up. He unleashes Broly's Ikari form and charges for Vegeta. Knocking him down with a brutal punch, he gets on top, taking Vegeta down further, before charging up a blast that he fires, attempting to blow him away. It doesn't accomplish killing him, but it does put Vegeta out of commission long enough for Goku to flip him on his back and Krillin to fire a Destructo Disc that takes off the tail. Once again, Gohan is passed out, and Goku being Goku still lets Vegeta escape with his life, telling him to never come back. Goku and Krillin bury the bodies of their friends, and they grab Gohan as Bulma's ship arrives to take them away. As it turns out, Krillin would still remember Vegeta and Nappa mentioning Namek, and Goku isn't hurt enough to need treatment for a long time, so Bulma, Gohan, Krillin, and Goku all go to Namek together. Vegeta would get his Zenkai from the healing chamber and also arrive on Namek the same time as the Z fighters do. With Vegeta on the planet, as well as this other power Goku can sense, he decides that it's best if the three of them stick together. They would go towards the Dragon Balls where Frieza is, but with Goku there, Cargo and Dende are both saved. Krillin's Solar Flare still plays the same role, getting Dodoria off their tail. Vegeta had killed Kui at this point and now faced Dodoria, who he also kills like in the original. Frieza sends Zarbon after him, and Zarbon is able to defeat him, but does not kill him under Frieza's orders, taking him back to his ship. That's when Goku, Gohan, and Krillin decide to suppress their power levels enough to sneak onto the ship and take the Dragon Balls while Frieza isn't there. Vegeta soon escapes as well, however he doesn't have the Dragon Balls, and this leaves Frieza enraged. He sends Zarbon after him once more, but this time Vegeta is able to kill him with a Zenkai he just received. Meanwhile, Goku, Gohan, and Krillin made their way to the last Dragon Ball, which is in Guru's possession. Guru read their mind and understands their intent for the Dragon Balls. He gives them the first one and unlocks their potential. This power-up is specifically important for Goku, because in the original series, over the course of the Namek arc, as a result of this potential unlock, Krillin got about 50 times stronger, and Gohan got about 100 times stronger. So it's safe to say that Goku would land somewhere in between them, with more potential than Krillin but less than Gohan. So we're gonna go with 75 times, landing him at 1.5 million. Progressively, of course, it doesn't happen all at once. With all 7 Dragon Balls in their possession, they quickly make the wish to revive Piccolo, bring him to Namek, and are also able to make another wish in reviving Chaozu. With the sky turning dark, not only is Vegeta alerted, but also Frieza. Of course, the two make their way with Vegeta arriving first, and even though he's pissed he didn't get his wish, he's far too weak to kill them. And just then, the Ginyu Force arrive on the planet as well. They can sense Frieza approaching, so Nail rushes to meet him in the middle to keep him busy. The Ginyus take on Goku, Gohan, Vegeta, and Krillin. Vegeta quickly takes care of Guldo, but he's too weak to fight the others, although he does attack Raccoon, which leads to him getting absolutely bodied. Krillin sticks back as well, with Goku and Gohan taken care of, but not killing Jace Birder and Raccoon. Vegeta spits on their mercy by killing them right after the fact, and that's when Ginyu steps up. Goku doesn't have Kaioken or anything like that, so he doesn't have to power up. He just starts to fight Ginyu. With a lack of dialogue and Goku being serious in the fight because Nail's life is on the line fighting Frieza, he takes Ginyu out quickly, not allowing for a body swap to happen. Knowing that Frieza's approaching them, Goku tells Dende to heal Vegeta, which he does, pushing Vegeta's power level right above Frieza's first form. The Emperor lands down and he is furious. Meanwhile, Nail lies nearly dead as Piccolo arrives and fuses with him. He too heads towards the battlefield. Vegeta rushes in to fight Frieza, believing that he was stronger, and he's able to fight fairly well with Frieza in his first form, but Frieza then powers up into his second state. Fear-struck, Vegeta runs in the other direction and Frieza chases after. That's when Goku gets in between them and punches Frieza down. Piccolo arrives and asks Goku to let him take the battle for a little bit as to get revenge on the Namekians Frieza killed. Goku obliges and Piccolo starts his battle even with Frieza. Piccolo punches him down, sending a full-powered blast intended to take him out, and it appears he has. Once the dust settles, however, Frieza is revealed in his third power state. Goku now jumps in, facing off against Frieza. He puts up a good fight, but Frieza is actually stronger, shooting Death Beam after Death Beam. Goku is hit with all of them, which takes him to the ground. This enrages Gohan from the sidelines as he unleashes his Ikari form, and on top of a Rage Boost, on top of Guru's potential unlock, Gohan pummels Frieza for the moment. Dende and Cargo rush in to heal Goku, Piccolo, and Vegeta, with Vegeta's power level now reaching his original Namek power level of 2.5 million, Goku getting a 33 times increase on his base to to 50 million, and Piccolo obviously not receiving a Zenkai at all. Gohan seems to be performing well, beating Frieza down, but the Emperor is able to sneak in one single punch, which gives him enough time to start powering up. The others fire blast to prevent Frieza from transforming, but once it started, there's no going back. Final form Frieza quickly sends a death beam, taking out Cargo and Dende as to stop them from healing anybody now. Frieza is using 60% off the bat, so Goku, Vegeta, and Piccolo attack him together, putting up a good fight. Goku is only slightly weaker than Frieza at this point, but with the lack of Kaioken, there's nothing he can do to amplify his power further. Vegeta and Piccolo are quickly dispatched, and that leaves Goku at the mercy of Frieza. Gohan rushes in to save his father, but even with Ikari, he's kicked aside. Gohan watches as Frieza puts a death beam through Goku's chest and kills him. This leaves Gohan in a shocked state as his power erupts. A golden aura coats Gohan as he gets access to Super Saiyan on top of Ikari, getting to the second stage of BROLY'S transformations. He charges at Frieza, dismantling him, beating him down without retaliation coming from Frieza. Soon his hair turns green as he achieves full power Super Saiyan and completely takes Frieza off the map. Gohan's rage continues as he isn't able to power down, and that's when Shenron is used on Earth to bring back everyone that died on Namek. This also brings back Goku. He rushes to calm Gohan down, which he succeeds in after some trying. Vegeta is awestruck in the distance. Neither him nor Kakarot were the legendary Super Saiyan. It was a half-breed. He contemplates that with his ego for a while, and the Dragon Balls come back after Guru is revived as well. They use their wishes from Purunga to send the others back to Earth and create a safer Namek for themselves, leading us into a year-long time gap. Hi there. First of all, thank you all for watching this far into the video. I really appreciate it. This is a quick intermission to tell you guys about channel membership. If you guys enjoy the content and want to support the channel while getting early access to all my videos and also some exclusive member content, consider becoming a member for as low as $2 and as high as $3. That's all. Enjoy the rest of the video and thank you for listening. This year is spent with Goku helping Gohan to learn more control of his power. Tap into that Super Saiyan form once again and learn to control it for real. Gohan doubts that he can do this, and he wants to get back into his life of study to become a scholar, as that is what he wants to do with his life, but he can't get back to that yet, which provides motivation for him to master this power as quickly as possible. King Cold would eventually track down Earth, and that's when future Trunks comes back and takes him out. He's confused as to why Goku's already on Earth, but he proceeds to deliver the message he was there for. Unfortunately, Goku's also unable to go Super Saiyan, which shocks Trunks. When Trunks powered up into it earlier, it was revealed to Goku and Vegeta that the Super Saiyan form can be achieved by more than just Gohan. They hadn't been striving for it because they thought he was the only one, but Trunks explains the importance and how vital it is that they do unlock this form, especially before the androids attack. Although he is happy to see that Gohan is the strongest of them, he leaves for the future and 3 years of training commences. Goku and Vegeta would both be able to unlock Super Saiyan, although they don't do it together. Gohan would be able to get mastery over Ikari and even slightly have some form of control over his Super Saiyan Ikari, but complete control is still far off. Nothing else really changes, so let's get into the Android Saga. The fight with Gero in 19 would go exactly the same, with Vegeta jumping in when needed, Gero escaping and unleashing 17 and 18, and Vegeta thinking that he's him, so he tries to fight 18, which leads to his arm getting broken. At this point in the original story, Gohan is with Goku, not with the Z Fighters, so it all goes the same. Piccolo fuses with Kami, has the same encounters with Cell until eventually Goku wakes up and decides on the Room of Spirit and Time. Vegeta and Trunks still go in first, and everything that happens goes exactly the same except for Goku and Gohan's training within the room. With Gohan already having some control over Super Saiyan, Goku isn't worried about getting him to trigger Super Saiyan 2, but rather unlock the full control of full power Super Saiyan, which in all honesty might be even more difficult. Goku himself is able to unlock Grade 4 and continues to push Gohan. He would even tap into it in short bursts but lose control and pummel Goku in the process. Goku only hopes that the 10 days rest calms down Gohan enough to be clear-headed for the fight to come. Goku would still fight Cell first, but it ends in the same manner, with Cell even being stronger because Gohan's DNA would be that of Broly's. Goku gives up and gives Gohan the reins. With Super Saiyan Ikari, Gohan starts to fight and it looks like he's winning, but Cell is also getting stronger as he fights, a trait of Gohan. It's a fierce battle with both going head to head, but eventually it comes down to Gohan not knowing what he was fighting for. Fighting isn't in his heart, and he doesn't want to kill Cell. But of course, this is exactly what leads to 16's death, which would trigger not Super Saiyan 2, but rather full power Super Saiyan within Gohan as he finally gains control of it and swiftly humiliates and eliminates Cell. This happens without any coming back from Cell or self-exploding. Of course, this leads into the 7-year time skip with an alive Goku. Gohan would learn to master his power because he still finds that important, but in this time he would pursue his dreams of becoming a scholar through actually attending attending high school. He would become the Great Saiyan as usual and have that whole thing with Videl still. Goten would be born, no changes to him except for the fact that he actually has a father that's alive this time, so there's that. Eventually the 25th Tenkaichi Budokai takes place. However, Gohan is able to completely overcome Shin's binding technique and kick away Spopovich and Yamu without any difficulty, and he proceeds to chase them after the fact. Everyone else follows suit. Gohan would be slowed down by the others while he's filled in on what's happening, and they watch Babidi as he disintegrates his two henchmen, who actually didn't come back with any power, so they kinda deserved it. Deborah rushes the Z Fighters, but Gohan is quick on the tail and is able to kick him away before anyone dies or is turned to stone. They all enter Babidi's ship with the same fights commencing. However, Gohan would lay Deborah out no difficulty. Babidi tries to mind control Vegeta, and he might still go Majin in search of a fight against Goku, so let's say that does happen, even though it's unlikely considering Goku was alive the whole time. Goku and Vegeta start their fight, and they're actually dead even. With the Majin power-up, Vegeta is just as strong as Goku, and he doesn't have Super Saiyan 3 because he wasn't in the other world, so that fight honestly stalemates, but that's not the point. The whole time, it still fuels Buu's egg. However, considering Gohan is with Shin and Deborah isn't there to protect him, Babidi has no one to save him. Gohan would probably kill him, and Shin just teleports the egg away so that it doesn't collect energy. Even if Buu was somehow unleashed, Gohan would deal with him pretty easily, so that ends the Buu Saga. 4 more years would go by, leading us into Battle of Gods, where Beerus would come on his search for the Super Saiyan God. He would want to fight Gohan right off the start, because that's who he saw defeating Frieza from what we showed him, so that's what he does. Gohan and Beerus start to fight, and it's a fight of great magnitudes, pushing Beerus further than even God Goku did. At this point, Gohan is at minimum the same power Broly was in the Broly movie, so Gohan is putting up a great fight, actually making Beerus use a large sum of his power. When Beerus tries harder to defeat him, Gohan just catches up and the fight continues. His power is ever expanding and it doesn't stop. Beerus fires a supernova at him, which Gohan retaliates with a Kamehameha. A beam struggle ensues that shows Beerus pouring more and more energy. It overtakes Gohan, but the Saiyan doesn't go down. Beerus is amazed at Gohan's resilience, but he's ready to end the battle. However, Gohan still keeps getting stronger. He lands multiple blows on Beerus, blasting him up to space as the God of Destruction goes all out to end the fight. The two charge at each other, landing blows at the same time, and Gohan starts to plummet down towards Earth. Beerus just barely survives getting knocked out by the punch himself. Goku catches Gohan, and Whis heals him. Beerus decides to spare the planet as he received a good enough fight, and he praises Gohan for the fight he gave, leaving with Whis moments later. We now go into the depths of Super, with Whis visiting Earth like he did originally, and Vegeta going to train on Beerus' planet. Goku would soon follow. However, Gohan doesn't go down that road, because he still has his day-to-day life to attend to. Pan would obviously still be born around this time as well. Eventually, the remains of Frieza's army would revive him and bring him to Earth. Frieza would still train for 4 months and attack Earth after the fact. While Gohan isn't as strong as he can be, he still has an immense amount of power and has not lost that power, so Goku and Vegeta aren't actually needed to come down and save them. Using full power Super Saiyan, Gohan puts an end to Frieza and the Z Fighters together take out his army. This still teaches Gohan a valuable lesson, that being he needs to be ready in case Earth is ever attacked again, as shown by Frieza coming out of nowhere when he thought there was peace. With that said though, the Universe 6 tournament would still go the exact same, with Gohan still not wanting to participate as a result of his meeting. He's training and keeping his power up, but he's still focusing on his life. However, once future Trunks arrives back to the past in order to escape Goku Black, things change. After Goku kicks Black back through the portal, Trunks goes and sees Gohan like he did originally. But Gohan isn't oblivious enough to think that Trunks is back to say what's up. He figures that something must be wrong and puts down whatever he was doing to help Trunks. The group heads to the future, including Gohan, and seeing the devastation, Gohan is absolutely furious. The moment he sees Black, he tells Vegeta to stand back as he wants to take this. Feeling a responsibility to Trunks, Gohan powers up into full power Super Saiyan and charges for Black, pummeling him down. Black eventually goes to Rose to fight better, but Gohan still has the clear advantage, beating him down. Zamasu would arrive to save him, but with Goku, Vegeta, and Trunks still fully capable of fighting and no one injured, they hold off Zamasu. This gives Gohan enough time to finish Black off, killing him for putting Trunks and his world through hell. The others attempt to kill Zamasu, but of course it doesn't work. It is eventually revealed that he's immortal, and this proves to be a problem, but Gohan has an idea. Him and Trunks will stay here and ensure that Zamasu can't escape, while Goku and Vegeta go back and figure out a way to stop an immortal. I thought it was fairly stupid in Dragon Ball Super for Whis and Beerus not to provide some sort of thing to stop an immortal. Beerus literally put Elder Kai in a sword because he couldn't kill him, so they totally could have helped, or Piccolo, instead of teaching the Mafuba, could have gone and helped himself. Because they're tight on time, they grab the tools necessary and take Piccolo with them to perform the technique, as they know the others can't hold out Zamasu forever. So quickly they arrive back and Piccolo performs the Mafuba, sealing Zamasu away. This would then lead into the Tournament of Power, where to be honest, most things remain Saiyan the exact same. Gohan doesn't have an overwhelming interest to fight Jiren like Goku does, so he just lets Goku handle it. One thing for sure is that Gohan isn't getting knocked out against Dispo. I could totally see him using his power more efficiently to stop Dispo because he is a lot stronger, or if someone does need to get eliminated, it would be Frieza. But I don't think it comes to that. Since Gohan is much stronger, Dispo shouldn't be a problem. When Toppo uses his God of Destruction form because of Frieza's torture, Gohan would jump in after Frieza gets what he deserves to stop Toppo. Using full power Super Saiyan, the two collide, with Toppo's Hakai energy being something that Gohan has to navigate around. But he is a smart fighter as well as a strong fighter. Even when Toppo has him engulfed, Gohan's able to brute force out of it like Frieza and Goku were able to do. Gohan is just too powerful for Toppo, and he's defeated by the half Saiyan. The final enemy is Jiren, who has to not only fight Goku, Vegeta, and 17 like originally, but a Broly powered Gohan. Let's just say Jiren isn't winning this fight, and it doesn't even come down to Goku needing Ultra Instinct. Together, father and son are collectively able to take out Jiren with backing from Vegeta and 17. Gohan isn't really involved at all in the Broly movie, so to be honest, I think it goes exactly the same as it does. However, Broly would be of interest to mention to Gohan later as he has the same powers. The Moro arc also goes relatively the same until Moro launches his assault on Earth. With Gohan being there and having the power he does, he would take on Moro himself, forcing him to fuse with 7-3 earlier. Gohan might still be stronger, it's hard to compare with a rough idea of how strong Moro really is. However, with his ability to absorb others' powers and energy, Gohan would slowly start to lose, and nearly die until Vegeta and Goku jump in to do their parts. They would still have to be saved by Miras like originally, and the rest of it goes the exact same. The Granola arc also takes place completely away from Gohan's purview, so it's irrelevant to his story, and it also plays out exactly the same. Superhero would be slightly different, with Gohan not needing to unlock Beast. Piccolo would still get his ultimate form as well as his orange form, but Gohan is able to defeat Cell Max utilizing full power Super Saiyan. With that said, I hope you guys enjoyed, like and subscribe, and check out this video to continue your good day on YouTube.